What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Trouble here. Um, I wanted to do a quick video. Right now, we're in the middle of Kingdom Conquest, and I get a lot of questions about equipment and equipment sets and stuff like that. And it's I've done a lot of research in equipment sets and stuff. You know, a lot of work with them. So I'm gonna show you my equipment and what all I've done. I've done basically 3 sets of equipment. One set for attack. Let's look at my heroes. Or 2 sets for attack. There's my set that's on me, and then there's my second set for attack. And I know a lot of people, they always say to come on here and do both the level 35 compound bow, and to change my pants, and you know, saying that I need a lot of changes. But to me, the mixture of equipment is key. I have got I've got pretty decent stats. I mean, it's not, to me, it's not about having the highest stats. It's about having a well-rounded, balanced troop, troop march. So what I did was I did basically half of what people said, and honestly, this is the cheapest way in the end. If I would have done it like other people said, I would have had all level 43 and asylum equipment, and then I would have just had 2 level 35 compound bows. And the way that I did it was, in the end, was much cheaper. So it didn't cost me near as much as what some of these people running around here with stats. I've got a couple videos coming later that will show some really good attacks, but I'm gonna show you one attack earlier. But and this is my stats. I don't even have a throne buff. I don't have a throne buff or nothing. These are my stats with a 40% um, attack defense bonus, and skills set orange dragon glass, isn't which is the typical dragon glass that people have, and the ward breaking free. So I've got pretty decent stats for having not spent near as much. I know people that have spent 100 grand on their castles, and they've got stats that are probably maybe 20% higher than mine. It's and it's not really all that cost effective to me. But anyways, back to what I was saying. A lot of people ask the uh, about the second hero, and what I do with Jared is I put him on my castle. That way I get an extra hospital capacity. Now, if you notice, it says 135,000. I got all prestige 210s. I'm working on all prestige 210s. But at the end of the day, going up in prestige levels on your tents is not really all that. It doesn't really give you as much as what you would think. Right here, it gives you, if you do them all, it gives you a pretty decent amount. But if you do one or two, I've got 8 tents, but my equipment that I've got on him, it gives me while I'm here, it gives me, what is that, 500,000, a little over 500,000 hospital capacity, which is good for a march. And if I stay shielded while I'm offline and I'm online and somebody attacks me, and even if they have a ridiculous archer attack or anything like that, like a 530% archer attack, which is insanely high, that I I will still win, but I'll still be able to be on and heal my troops real quick and do whatever's needed. So I don't have to really live in fear. It also also I got my equipment set to give me marching speed, hospital capacity, and troop load. Um, the rest of it, the building speed and stuff, for lower castles. Excuse me. Sorry. For lower castles, um, I would say to get equipment aimed at building and research speed, but I'm pretty well up there in my research and my building. I don't really have too much to build left, but this is what I did was I maxed out my hospital capacity on this, and anywhere that I could, I maxed out hospital capacity. Right here, I'm gonna start working on these because I just realized that they give an extra 3% per troop whenever you attack castles. So that's going to be really nice. And I'm also going to max out these. But that's all over time. I mean, they're stupid expensive. I only really research stuff during a lucky day because of these ridiculous prices and these costs that they got. But and I always change my skills whenever I research anything that costs anything. I always change my skills to development, and I use all my speed ups in the first hour of lucky day. But anyways, this is my equipment that I've got on my hero that I put on my castle. All of this equipment right here is aimed at march speed, troop load, or hospital capacity. If you notice, it's all the highest level equipment except for level 43 that you can get for hospital capacity, march speed, and troop load. Um, I've set and I've looked, and some of them, if you get you can get the level 40 uh, shirt. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got a higher hospital capacity, but it doesn't have the march speed and troop load as well, and the healing speed up. Like, this is an all around good piece of equipment. The scales of forgiveness. That is a really good piece of equipment all around. the the rose boots, very good. 3 march speeds, hospital capacity. Same with the feathered helmet, march speed. Um, the obsidian gator, hospital capacity, march speed, trap attack. But the trap attack really don't matter because I don't have them on my walls. Um, the level 40 or the level 30 ring, the faith ring, double hospital capacity, and that means that there's a level 40 ring that doesn't have near as much hospital capacity. It's kind of like the level 30 35 bow, the level 35 compound bow of the healing hospital capacity. But anyways, we got the meteor hammer, which has, there really isn't much in the lines of um, uh, weapons for hospital capacity, but this is the one. This is the only one that had a double march speed and troop load. And I know that others higher level have march speed or troop load, but this is the only one that does have both. Now, what I'm gonna do is, I know that a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, well, you've got orange equipment. You've got orange equipment," but the the reason that I got orange equipment is because I always start out with orange, and what I do is I take all my points that I get from kill events and stuff like that, and I will forge. I will take my points and I'll get me something on level 30, right? Then I'll slowly bring it up to level 40, or the level that I'm trying to forge with this. Like, say I want a gold faith ring. I will wait and I will slowly forge up to a level 30 orange, um, something else, some other piece of equipment, but level 30. And then I will over time I'll accumulate enough points to get 2 more of the level 30 pieces of equipment, orange. And what I'll do is I'll synthesize those and I'll make one gold level 30 faith ring. And I'll do it slowly with each piece of equipment that I've got. Now, on Selma, I put all this equipment on Selma because really, I mean, it's better to have the equipment on something than to not. I don't use Selma on anything. I really don't need any equipment on her. The only thing that I've got Selma for is for my March size. She gives me 15,000 extra March size. That's the only reason that I even have Selma. Um, but other than that, I would be trying to forge some attack equipment for her, or I would be trying to put her on my wall. Um, all of this equipment right here is from equipment sets. It all gives you, well, that's not, but this is right there. Level 7 and lower soldier training. Whoops. Level 7 and lower soldier training. All of this stuff is for troop training. And what I'll do is whenever like hero event comes around, I'll put all my equipment on Jared, and I'll set Jared for this skill, cutting military spending, and I'll just put it on one of these buildings, and I'll just make troops over and over and over and over and over for that hour until, you know, and it works wonders. Whenever you've got your skills set and everything like that, it helps out a lot. It helps out a lot. You got to know how to work your castle, people. But anyways, that's my equipment. That's what I plan to do, and that's what I do, and it works for me. It gives me a much higher march speed, a much higher hospital capacity, and a much higher troop load, which means that whenever I attack castles, I don't have to take too many chances at a P5 reinforcement. You know, and regardless of how much power you have, a P5 reinforcement, if you win the battle, you're really losing by losing 100,000 troops, and he ain't got no losses. You know, so you got to think about it like that. But yeah, this is my video. Please let me know if I missed anything. Remember that you can always ask me anything in the comments section. Let me know how you feel about the video. Tell me if you think that, you know, that there's anything that I might have missed or anything that I might not have explained. But all right, thank you. Bye.
Seriously, what the hell's wrong with you people?
We're bad guys. It's what we do.